Is Cedar Point planning a secret roller coaster for 2024? That's the question we're going to be answering in today's video, so make sure you watch all the way to the end to find out. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, CFJ, are you dumb?
Are you dumb?
I know, Top Thrill Dragster is the secret roller coaster for 2024 because we don't even know what the heck is going on with the reimagination process of it. We don't know the layout, we don't know if there's going to be a layout change, we think there might be a new launch system, but we don't freaking know. But that's besides the point, okay? Because I'm not talking about Top Thrill Dragster, I'm talking about something completely different, okay? Now, this is just my personal speculation, but hear me out. The last few videos we talked about what roller coaster could be getting removed next after Top Thrill Dragster's reimagination process, but maybe we were coming at it all from the wrong angle. We talked about Gemini, we talked about Corkscrew, we said they'll probably be removed in 2025, 2026, but what about if one of those roller coasters are removed after the 2023 operating season? And yes, I'm looking at you, Corkscrew, because everyone told me in my last Gemini video how they do not want Gemini to leave, how they don't think there is a good reason for Gemini to even be leaving to begin with unless it's a clear and obvious upgrade, which I do not think Cedar Point is going to invest in right now. So Gemini is safe. All you nostalgic Gemini lovers, come on, let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for Gemini, as Gemini is staying. But actually that works perfectly because why? We talked about in my last video that Top Thrill Dragster is more likely going to get a space theme. All right, keep riding with me. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, but it's going to connect. It's going to connect the dots. Top Thrill Dragster is going to get a space theme with its reimagination process, okay? And what is Gemini? Gemini is a roller coaster that already has the perfect space theme name, Gemini. So you don't even have to remove Gemini for this whole Midway makeover that they're going to be doing for the main Midway. Top Thrill Dragster, space themed roller coaster, it's the main attraction on the main Midway. You see it before you even get into the park. Makes sense. Gemini, it's the little sidekick. Give some nice new theming, update the queue area, heck, put new trains on it if you want. I don't think they'll probably do that because that's going to be a little bit more expensive, but I definitely could see them updating Gemini's queue and the surrounding area for theming. Now that leaves us with Corkscrew. Why did I say Corkscrew will be removed after this 2023 operating season? Because they're going to make room for a medium to small size, compact but yet thrilling Corkscrew replacement that is going to have an interaction moment. Like Corkscrew over the main Midway will have an interaction moment, some type of element that keeps that nostalgic feel of walking underneath those corkscrews. Now my personal opinion, we talked about in the previous Corkscrew video, RMC Raptor or Infinity Girthslower. I would love to see an Infinity Girthslower, but I think if Cedar Point adds an Infinity oh my gosh, tongue twister. If Cedar Point adds an Infinity Girthslower, I want them to go for the inversion record. So I think more than likely, since RMC is the hot commodity and they kind of need to get back in the good graces of Cedar Point and Cedar Fair after the whole RMC, not really a debacle, but the situation would happen with Steel Vengeance, I would say working with RMC again and bringing in an RMC Raptor in replace of Corkscrew right over the Midway, it's gonna be perfect. Cedar Point does not have anything like an RMC Raptor in the park right now. We already know how that single rail track looks amazing from an aesthetic standpoint, how it's so unique, and what better place to showcase your brand new single rail roller coaster but right on the main Midway. Now, what are we going to name this roller coaster? I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comment section below if Cedar Point does bring a new roller coaster and puts it next to Top Thrill Dragster as a pair. That's what this thing is going to be. It's going to be a pair combination. Corkscrew's replacement is going to open with Top Thrill Dragster in 2024 as a dual roller coaster opening. Why? Because you're going to have Gemini, you're going to have insert Corkscrew replacement, and then you're going to have Top Thrill Dragster Reimagine, which is 3. That gives you 3 space themed roller coasters on a brand new redone Midway. You just had the Pavilion opening this year, you just had Wild Mouse opening this year, and then next year a brand new Midway update with 2 brand new roller coasters? Come on. That is amazing. You cannot tell me that is not genius. Frontier Town is easily regarded as the most heavily themed and best area of Cedar Point because of the theming, with Maverick and Steel Vengeance being the icing on the cake. So with Top Thrill Dragster being the largest and most iconic roller coaster at Cedar Point, Gemini, another icon of Cedar Point, and then replacing Corkscrew and bringing in a modern version to be an icon over the main Midway, that easily becomes the best Midway in the park. It becomes the best area in the park as far as theming and 3-ride combination goes. Steel Vengeance and Maverick is intense 2 rides that mostly only thrill seekers and coaster enthusiasts are riding. Top Thrill Dragster Reimagined is going to be an enthusiast ride. Gemini is going to be a family ride that enthusiasts can also enjoy. And I think Corkscrew's replacement is also going to be like Gemini, something that's thrilling. It's going to go upside down, but it's not too intense that still family and coaster enthusiasts alike can ride it. So now you have even more balance on your main Midway, which is going to draw in more general public because you have a brand new roller coaster, Top Thrill Dragster for the enthusiasts, reimagined, a brand new roller coaster for the families. Gemini is getting updated to the queue. You might even want to change it. Maybe it's Gemini 5000 or something, or Gemini XL 300, like Magnum XL 200. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. But let me know, do you guys agree or disagree with me? Because I definitely say there's a 90% chance that Cedar Point is going to update the Midway. I mean, they've already been making big changes this off season to the Midway, and they've been moving things around. So I definitely see a Midway remodeling coming, and it would only make sense that they're going to want to heavily theme that Midway around Top Thrill Dragster, as they're making such a big deal about it coming back. So why not package a third roller coaster in there, killing 2 birds with 1 stone by getting rid of Corkscrew, an old, outdated, rough, unenjoyable roller coaster, and replacing it with a new, smoother, family-oriented but yet still thrilling, fun ride in its place. And it can still be iconic with the interaction between the Midway walkers and ongoers and the actual riders on the roller coaster. It makes perfect sense. This year you had Wild Mouse and the new pavilion. Next year, Top Thrill Dragster insert Corkscrew's replacement with a Midway update. It makes sense. I think that this is the most balanced, and it would not be that expensive to replace Corkscrew and bring in another similar but more thrilling and updated ride. Yes, of course, it's going to cost a few millions, but it's not going to absolutely break the bank. I think that is something that Cedar Point would definitely do. And if you want my percentage, I say it's a good 75% chance that it happens. 90% chance that the Midway gets updated. And as far as Corkscrew being taken out this year for this whole package deal that I'm talking about, then I say it's a 75% chance. But before we finish this video off and close out, we have to take a look at one final idea, and that is the possibility of Zimperla. Yes, Zimperla, the company that is heavily rumored in the Top Thrill Dragster reimagination process. If that is the case, and Zimperla is the company working on Top Thrill Dragster, it would make even more sense, as Zimperla has specialized in more of the thrilling but yet family-oriented roller coasters. You know, Top Thrill Dragster is going to be their very first big roller coaster of that magnitude. Zimperla is already specialist in the more smaller scale roller coasters. So it would not surprise me to see Zimperla be the company to take over the Corkscrew project, replace Corkscrew with Top Thrill Dragster, and it's a package deal when Cedar Point might even get a discount working with Zimperla on 2 projects. on 2 roller coasters underneath one project. So I think that's also a very good idea from a business standpoint and from a coaster enthusiast and general public standpoint, because again, Cedar Point, in my opinion, I've been saying this in my past videos before, they want to be a destination. Right now, Cedar Point is a weekend trip. You can do everything in about 3 weekends, in about 3 days, I mean. And I think Cedar Point really wants to get to that point where you're not just spending 3 days, you're spending a whole entire week, you know, 5 to 7 days at the park in the hotel. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to draw in more families, more middle of the pack, not necessarily the most thrilling of thrill seekers, but people that are right in the middle, that are willing to spend the extra cash and are willing to indulge in the smaller details, such as theming, such as new smaller roller coasters, and not the biggest and the baddest of the world. So again, let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on Cedar Point possibly having a Midway, maybe expansion and remodeling of the main Midway. Do you think Corkscrew should be removed? And if it should be removed, should it be replaced in the same year as Top Thrill Dragster? Or do you think Corkscrew should wait? Cedar Point should wait to remove Corkscrew at a later date, maybe 2025, 2026. And how would you feel about Gemini possibly getting a facelift with theming as well as in this whole new Midway remodeling process? And do you think Gemini should get updated trains if that is the case? I mean, that would be more on the expensive side, but would you like to see updated trains and an updated theme for Gemini as well, while keeping the same layout and the same name? It's been your boy Coastal Freak Jr. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you can see some more future videos when they come out right on time, baby. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.